Hi and welcome to the Natural Genius series at work. I'm here with Michelle Hon and she is the chill mum. She is mother of 3, she's an author and she's also the founder of Mum Boss Academy, which helps mums build businesses from home. So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Yeah, welcome. So I'm very curious to know more about you. And with every successful person that's out there doing their thing, what they do best and what they love.
Yeah.
There's always a wider mission behind that. You don't just simply do what you do for the hell of it.
That's true.
There's a reason, right? There's a wider
and even
mission.
if you don't, you should have a reason.
Yes, exactly. So what's yours?
What's mine? Mine is I want to help moms have the best of both worlds. Why? It's because I feel like every time a woman become a mother, all of us have to struggle between, oh, do I give up my work for my baby or do I stay home and give up my work? And either way, either one you choose, there's just no upside, right? Whether you stay home, then you're like, oh, I'm falling behind my peers at work. And if you choose work and you're just constantly being guilty because you're leaving your child at home or get childcare. So with technologies these days, and I think that all of us can do this. There is a third option is build a business from home. So you have time, the flexibility for your family when it's needed, and build something that's your own as well. So that's my mission.
That sounds very powerful. What you just said at the end. It's
you.
like build something of my own.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yes. There's no bigger security than that, right? Having something of your own.
Yeah, nice. Very inspiring
Oh,
for mothers, right? As well, for people, but also for mothers.
Yes, that's my mission.
Yeah, nice.
Because I've been through it, right?
Exactly.
So I felt like, okay, if I've been through it and have 2 daughters, I don't want them to have the same struggle when it's time for them to be mothers.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So of course things were not always like this. There was, life before what you're doing now.
Yeah.
And no doubt, there was some kind of, adversity that you may have had to overcome to get to where you are today.
Yeah.
So what's your story?
What's my story? Well, obviously I didn't set out to be someone who teaches mom how to start a business. I think it stems from my childhood really, because my mom was a stay-at-home mom to 3 children, and I think she, to some degree when we were a child, or when I was a child, she would always tell me, the world is your oyster. You can have anything. You can be anything you want to be. But she didn't. To me, I feel like she didn't take that advice for herself, and she probably thought, okay, I'll just spend a couple more years, or not a couple, like 10, 20 years, 18 years perhaps, and once my children have grown up, I can go and go after my dreams. But the day didn't really come for her because she passed away when she was 34. I was 13. My sister was 12 and 11. And I think her short lives inspired me to do more, like to live life to the fullest. And when it's time for me to go, I don't want to leave anything on the table.
Yes. Isn't it incredible that these experiences, as horrendous as they are at the time, there is something that can come out of it.
That is true. Like obviously, after she passed away, I was lost. I didn't know who I was gonna be, who I will become, and I've done many things in my life prior to starting a business on my own.
Yes.
But I think I didn't even realize it until recently that when people ask me for my story and why am I doing what I'm doing, and it all ties back to your childhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because even though it was some years ago now, it's still the driving force, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I've always been a very positive person, and just giving everything a try. That's just really how simple it is.
Yes. And also, why wait? There's a real message here about why wait.
Yeah.
Why wait? So many women may want to delay doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And they'll say, well, once the children are at primary school, and then when they're at primary school, once the children are at high school, or whatever it is.
You're right.
So there's always going to be a pushback.
Yeah, it's not a problem, but I feel like a lot of women see their worth in what they do for others,
Yes.
but not so much of what they do for themselves. And
Yes.
and once you have that sacrifice mentality, it's just no win-win, I feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're about bringing the power back.
Bringing the power
Yeah.
back, do something for yourself. Yes, you can be still a really great mom
Yes.
when you have time for yourself. You can't pour from an empty vase, right?
Yes.
So what you put into yourself, and when your children see that you're happy and fulfilled, and hopefully, you know, my daughters are inspired by me to live a fulfilled motherhood themselves.
Yes, no doubt. You're the chill mom.
Yeah, and they often say, "Oh, we're the chill kids."
Is that true?
No, not all the time. Yeah.
Just when they're sleeping.
Yeah, I think they do know like when to push our boundaries, right? When to like push our buttons and like, ooh, a bit more, just a bit more. Yeah, I have my moments. Not pretty ones, but you know, I try my best.
So you said earlier that you feel that you're a positive person.
Yes, I am. But I find optimistic. You know, and I find that often optimistic person, people feel like they're very positive, but I see it in another way. I feel like I am optimistic because I can also be very negative. I can see what's worse than my current situation.
Yeah.
Because I can see like, let's say I lose something, right?
Yes.
And then I could actually say, oh, this is better than something that's even worse than this. So yeah, to a certain degree, I'm not always positive. Like as in, I can see what's worse.
Yeah.
And be grateful for the situation that I am in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in seeing what's worse, it helps you move away from it or not to go there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
focusing
you say it
on
way better.
But there's always something that we want to move away from. So
Yeah.
to have a clear idea as to what it could really be like if we allow ourselves to go there is enough, you know, sometimes for us to want to move away from it. Motivation enough, right?
That's true. What I don't want.
Exactly.
What you don't want.
Yes, and we're all very good at knowing what we don't want.
Yes. It's actually very. Sometimes I ask people like, so what do you want? And not many people know that answer.
Yes, it's challenging. It's very challenging for people to get that clarity. So what kind of healthy habits or mottos do you live by to, you know, keep you in this optimistic state?
Okay, so this line that I think I saw it somewhere when I was younger. It's either, well, there's no memes back then. So it could be on a book or something. It says mind over matter.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
Just mind over matter. And in terms of habits, I recently just started this habit of every morning I will walk my daughter to school and I will not reach for my phone. Like I used to just, you know, wake up, check my messages, and I got all flustered about all the emails that come in. I need to do this and do this and do this. And but now I try to stay away from the phone. I don't touch the phone until I'm done with my like skincare routine and walk my daughter to school, come back, and then I do a bit of stretching exercises.
Yeah.
If I have time, I'll listen to a podcast, something motivational.
Yes.
And then I'll look at the messages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that really sets me on a like a good start to the day.
Yes.
And I find that it's been really helpful.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. It's
Yeah.
nice to hear that there's a ritual that you started to embed here that you're finding helps.
Yeah, because very often we just like to check what's going on last night and what I'm missing, and then you just overwhelmed with reacting to what people want from you.
Yes.
Yeah. So instead of just take stock, have some time to yourself, and then plan ahead of what you want to accomplish in the day instead of just reacting to other people's agenda.
Yes.
And that's helped me a lot in terms of productivity.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're breaking the demand culture.
Oh, is that as well?
well, that's how I see it.
Okay,
it's
right.
like we have so much demand
That
on
is
us,
true.
right? We do live in a culture where there's so many various different things that have been thrown at us with
As-
messages, voicemails, emails, and
Yeah.
everything sort of coming. It feels
Yeah.
like it's coming one way
That's
sometimes.
true. Yeah, especially
So-
when you're running a business.
Yeah, yeah.
well.
So you're consciously just putting that to rest when
Mhm.
you go to bed,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just don't come back to that until you've done the things
Until
that are
I'm
important to you
ready.
in the morning. And
That's
you're
right.
ready,
Until
yeah.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, it has helped lots. I can feel the difference like for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so try it.
Yes, I might try that. So there's always people that come into our lives
Mhm.
that they really touch us in a way that changes us from the inside out. So people
Mhm.
that are teachers or have been guides in some way or just inspired us to do something or be something. For you, who would that be and why?
I think that probably quite a number of people.
Yeah.
First of all, my mom, I
Yes.
mentioned her earlier, and my godfather.
Yes.
So he's been quite, he's, how to say, I think like because he's much older, then he can see things from a different perspective when I talk to him.
Yeah.
And also my husband,
Yeah.
because who you are is what they say, the sum of the people you spend time with. So
Yes.
I spent a lot of time with him. So
Yes.
yeah,
The average of
he had-
5.
yeah,
right?
that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has inspired me a lot, and I think having his support and being there for me just emboldened me to like just step out there and do my thing on my own. And I'll often tell him because he's in employment, but he's
Yeah.
building something on the side.
Uh-huh.
He has a side hustle. But I always tell him that don't worry, you stay in the job. Let me build the empire.
I got this.
Yeah, I got it.
He's waiting for retirement.
Maybe that's what he's doing. But yeah, having someone there, having your back, and that really helps.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got some support around you
Yeah.
in the areas that you
I
need
know,
it.
in case I really do fail. I can just sorry. Can you just stay in your work longer, in your job longer?
I'm sure it's not going to come to that.
We'll see.
So I really believe that we all have so many talents and gifts that we can offer into the world that we are uniquely brilliant at. And there are things that we discover along the way about us that we start to recognize these things. I call it the natural genius in people, their potential, the special gifts that we
I
have.
see.
So for you, what is your natural genius? What are you
Wow,
awesome
this
at?
is a tough one. I think what has helped me is natural genius. Wow, I think I have a quite an intuition about people.
Yeah.
I can read certain. I can not read mind, but it's more like things that people don't say, but they do certain thing, or they say a certain thing, but I kind of can tell that that's not what they meant.
Yes.
Yeah,
So you
by
can
the
hear what they're
action.
really saying, or
Yeah, something like that, or what most important, like what they're not really saying.
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Some people are like, in a social setting, for example, if someone is sort of like quiet, or I don't know, like I don't know. Somehow I can read that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's an intuition there, particularly around communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything else, like I don't think I'm particularly good at anything, but I feel like I can learn.
Yeah.
I can learn. Like you can learn anything on the internet these
Yeah.
days, if only you want to.
I think she's being modest.
Yeah. So.
Well, I think you're awesome at communication.
Oh, thank you. I think that's also something that
Yeah.
I learned along the way. I used to
Yeah.
be quite shy.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's still, to this day, sometimes I still feel like, oh, should I say that? Or what if I say something wrong? Would they like it?
Yes.
And, yeah, but I learned to just, people don't care so much about you. So just say what you want, and just be. I think like just be yourself. And if
Yes.
people can't take it, that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
Yeah.
filtration system right there in life.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
Not everyone's gonna like everybody, right?
Yes, but we have this innate, what you call that, want to be liked. We can't help it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's ingrained in us all, right? That we want to fit in and we want to belong. And if there's any fear of someone not liking us, then we feel like we're going to be rejected, and we really don't like that.
Yeah.
But what I'm hearing is that there's a bit of a thought process for you that it's okay, right?
It's okay now.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm okay. I think
okay with
especially being on Instagram, right? Being on social media a lot, and I do get some pretty bad comments and DMs sometimes, and you just sort of have to deal with it and just realize that you can't please everyone.
Yes. People do crazy stuff sometimes, right? They say things or do things without really thinking about the consequences.
And very often it's really not about us. It's more about them. Why would they,
So you see it as a reflection of them rather than taking it personally onto you.
Yeah, of course I get upset when I see messages like that or comments like that. But after a while, it's sort of like, do I want to let it affect my day, the rest of my day? And that's fine. It's just someone else's opinion. As long as I know it's not true, I'm fine with it.
Yes.
Yeah. But if it's a constructive comments, and I do take it on board and see how I can do better next time.
Sometimes it comes in feedback. Sometimes it's just
it's just
malicious.
Sometimes really. So it's just really how you react to it, right? It's your reaction that matters.
Exactly. That bit you can control, right?
Yes.
You can't control what people say and write,
Mm-hmm.
but you can control how you respond to it.
Yes,
or take
learning
it on
every
board.
day.
Yeah. So there may be people watching right now that are thinking, well, I want to step out, I want to do something different, I want to explore something for myself. So, career-wise, I feel fulfilled and I feel happy in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But there's that bit of like self-doubt that's stopping them from doing that. Now, given what it is that you do and where you are in your career, what would you say to those people that were in that kind of mindset?
Well, personally, I think that life is short. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and if you don't take action today, it's not going to happen tomorrow. Nothing's going to change if you don't change what you do. And if you really want, if there's something at the back of your mind that you really, really want to do, or you really want to achieve, just go for it. Like, what can be worse? Or try to think like, what can be worse than that?
Yes.
It's regrets, right? At the end of your life, if you think back, and and there's this saying you don't regret the things you do, you just regret the things that you haven't done.
Yes, exactly.
That's really true.
So if they do it, they're probably not going to regret it anyway.
Yes, exactly. And what's the worst that could happen? Really, nothing. Maybe you lose a bit of face. I think a lot of people, it's just really the ego gets a trip.
Yes.
And because you tell people you're going to do this and you fail, and so what? Like, you only have to answer to yourself and not to other people.
Yes. So do you wanna give it a go and know what the outcome is, or just don't give it a go at all and never know?
That's right.
What's worse for you?
What's worse
kind of
for
the
you?
advice. Right? It's like, which one do you want to live with?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and if you can live with, I'm happy being safe and not step out at all, that's fine. You do you.
Yes. Great. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed talking to you too, and then it really got me thinking about all these deep questions that you asked.
It's going to go straight in.
Yes.
No missing.
Core. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.